Hey guys, it's time to do a full review of the Oppo F1S. This is another phone from Oppo. First one was the Oppo F1 Plus that got released worldwide. So this is also a pretty popular phone. And yeah, let's talk about first of all price. It cost around $300. And with that money, the main thing that you're gonna get is an amazing build quality, I should say. And yeah, it does look a lot like iPhone, but you have to admit, it's premium. Okay, so it's a full metallic body, metal on the side, metal on the back, and you also get of course glass on the front, which is by the way Gorilla Glass 4 for the protection, and also you get cool wallpapers every time you press the lock screen button, so which is also kind of cool thing, So yeah, it has a normal charging port here, speaker, as well as the 3.5mm headphone jack, everything down here, and on the top you get microphone, on the right you get power button alongside this tray, which is of course for dual SIM / micro SD card, and also on the left side you get the volume rocker, so pretty decent design, I should say, and the fingerprint sensor, just like the Oppo F1 Plus, it's still the fastest one, I think the fastest one on any phone. Look at the speed. It's just blazingly fast, shows you no animation, just straightforward, unlocks the phone and gets you on the home screen. And this is 5.5-inch display, so it's a big phone, and it's having a resolution of 720p, so 1280 by 720p resolution. So it's really a nice display. For example, outdoor visibility is great. You're not going to be having any problem looking at the phone. The brightness is also nice, optimal. It can get too bright in indoor conditions. Outdoor, again, it's a clear visibility environment, and also you can see here closer look at the display. Wow, I mean, yeah, it's not as good as the Super AMOLED, but it is good for the price. 720p, 5.5-inch, not bad at all. So yeah, and of course, for those people who like big screen phone, they're gonna love it. The form factor of this phone is really good. The weight is good, and also it's a little bit thicker compared to the F1 Plus. So yeah, that's that. So if we talk about the software, of course, it's using the Color OS. And one thing that sucks is that it's still rocking Android 5.1 Lollipop, which is kind of a shame, because most of the phones are coming with Marshmallow, and the Android 7.0 is right around the corner, so they really have to upgrade their phones here. So you can see 5.1 Lollipop. So you can see the display, it can get really bright in indoor conditions. So I'm just gonna have it on really low brightness. So yeah, 5.1 Lollipop is there, but software overall, it's kind of a Chinese software, you can say. It's just home screens, and there's no app drawer. Also, it looks a lot like iOS. First of all, if you hold icon, they're gonna wiggle or wobble, you can say, and then you have the option to quickly uninstall the apps. You can also move them in folders. Also, if we take a look at the power off menu, which is also slide to power off, kind of like iOS, and wallpaper change, of course. When you press the power button, you can on the lock screen you can access the camera, which again also looks a lot like iOS. So let me just show you here. If I have my iPhone 6s side by side, if I quickly go into the camera, look at this. It looks a lot like iOS, a little bit different on the top area, but down here the modes, it's just incredibly similar. So I really want Oppo to do something other than other than just copying Apple. Yeah, I mean, for you this might be a big deal, but for some people it's great, because they get iPhone type features in really less price. So yeah, it's a pretty popular phone, at least in India. I get so many requests for this phone, so that's why I bought this phone. Originally I had no plans of getting this, but yeah, since a lot of people wanted to see it, so that's why I decided to get it. But yeah, I mean, software, it's similar to iOS, but it's overall not bad. Just the bad thing is that you don't get Marshmallow. You also get your theme store where you can apply different themes. You get different categories. You can also download different wallpapers. So it's overall a good package, and there's like a separate section for wallpapers. Really great wallpaper choice we have. So you don't have to download any third-party applications for getting wallpapers. So also you do have the option to have one-handed operation, so you can swipe from the bottom to the middle, so it just shrinks the display into the corner, so you can easily reach every part of the display without using both hands. And then you can do this again to get back where you were. So one-handed operation is there. There's also gloves mode, so I'm going to be making a separate video for the tips and tricks. Also, one noticeable feature is that you can map applications to the fingerprint sensor, okay, or I should say to your finger. So my right thumb unlocks the phone, while my left thumb is actually for launching the calculator. So every time I unlock my phone using my left thumb, it's going to launch calculator. So once you enroll a finger, it's going to give you an option to encrypt an application to that finger. So you can select any application on your phone, whether it's going to be a game or like a social app, doesn't matter. You can, again, you can encrypt any application you want. You can also encrypt applications that to protect them security wise. So if I go into let's see here, photos, it's going to ask for my fingerprint sensor, and now I am in the photos. So moving on to the processor, it has a chipset, MediaTek chipset, which is a little bit downgraded compared to the F1 Plus. Also with 3 gigs of RAM, so on the F1 Plus you get 4, while here you get 3. Benchmark scores are pretty decent, I should say, but I have yet to put this one in a speed test, which I will do first against the P9 Lite, most requested comparison. So but overall, my experience says it's gonna be able to handle any game without any problem. It's gonna give you a smooth experience software wise, as I'm getting right now. So it shows you the RAM information here, which is almost 1 GB RAM free out of 3 GB. So I believe that the multitasking or RAM management will be great on this phone, so which is a pretty great thing. Like you can see, it's holding up applications in the memory. So moving on to the camera. Now this phone comes with a 16 megapixel front camera and a 13 megapixel camera on the back. So for the price, the cameras are great. They do decent job in both outdoor and indoor low light condition wise. You get nice depth of field, and the colors are great. The front camera is capable of recording a 1080p video, which is good, while the back camera is also restricted just up to 1080p. You can't record up to 4K. The selfie from the front camera, like they are promoting this phone as a selfie phone. It's not really a selfie phone. I haven't seen it producing great results compared to my Galaxy S7 or I should say Huawei P9 or P9 Lite, considering the amount of megapixels they have put in. But still, again, you can't ask too much for the price. It's decent. Also, other noticeable mentions is that it does have a low power mode, which is not exactly like an ultra power thing mode. It's just underclocks the CPU speed and gives you a little bit more battery life, and also you get eye protection, which is kind of you can say a night mode thing. They're calling it eye protection for some reason. That's okay. Lastly, if we talk about the battery, it's doing a great job overall. 3000 mAh cell with 5.5 inch screen size. Definitely, I should say, I am impressed by the battery. It's going to give you around 1 day plus of usage easily without any problem, and you can expect like around 5 to 6 hours of screen on time. Although I'm going to be doing a separate video for the battery, so stay tuned for that. But again, rough estimate, it's going to give you 1 day plus usage easily. The battery standby is great. It will get more better with the Marshmallow update. You're gonna get like doze mode, so that will definitely improve the battery. But yeah, you know, the battery percentage when the phone is like locked is really stable. So yeah, it's overall a great phone. Really famous in India, I should say. But there are a couple of phones that are coming in the price point of this one, like Huawei P9 Lite, a couple of Samsung devices like the Galaxy J series and the A series. So we'll be doing all those videos. Just be patient, and yeah, I'm gonna try to upload as fast as I can. And see you guys in my next video. Peace out.